Darian and Paul.
Right.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Darian Warren with Waggoner Engineering, and I also have with me Paul Foley with Waggoner Engineering. And so we're here to give you another update on Yandell Road improvements. As Tim mentioned, it's two projects from Highway 51 to Smith Carr and Smith Carr to North Old Canton Road. And this project is a 5-lane widening project for Yandell Road. And although this is two separate projects, we're approaching the design as it being one project, so we're doing the design simultaneously for both segments. And so just kind of a quick update in terms of where we are in terms of completion. Our contract was executed in November of 2024. As it relates to percent complete, we've billed about 30% of the budget, total budget for both projects. Looking at the progress being made for both projects, we're about 36% complete. As it relates to progress, so we're still in alignment with our initial project schedule. So progress is continuously being made. If you look at slide 3, we included an exhibit that just gives you an aerial of the project limits, the project corridor from Highway 51 to Smith Carr. And you'll see that we notated some of the drainage, all of the drainage structures within the project corridor that will be addressed as a part of the scope of work with this project. Some box culverts, and then there are also 2 bridges that will be widened as a part of this project as well. We've also included some geometric layouts that show the existing conditions of the roadway, which is currently a 2-lane roadway. And then on slide 5, we show kind of a proposed layout of what the 5-lane will look like in terms of 2 lanes in both directions and a continuous turn lane. So just going to the schedule, the milestone schedule, you'll see in Q2, a lot of our focus has been on and currently on the conceptual design and survey, which also includes field survey and utility survey in coordination with the utilities, and also the environmental documentation process as well. So some of our critical path milestones on page 7 we've outlined in the PowerPoint as it relates to right-of-way analysis, which was completed in December 2024. Topographic survey was completed in February. Currently, utility coordination is complete in March, but still ongoing. Conceptual roadway design, we are showing projected completion of conceptual design in June. And as I stated, the environmental documentation process is currently ongoing. And so I want to talk a little bit about the utility coordination as well as what we saw during our right-of-way analysis. And so Paul is going to talk a little bit about where we are with that process.
Okay. Thank you, Darian.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So moving forward with the utility provider coordination slide, you can see that we have 12 utility providers that have been identified. Several of them have multiple assets, so we're looking at 16 total assets. We have received, so there's a status column that kind of indicates where we are with this coordination effort. We received as-built information from a majority of the providers in the area, as well as field markings, and we have been out in the field and we've collected and processed this information. And moving forward, so all of the topographic survey has been conducted, and that was completed February of 2025. Currently, we have the utility survey that's in process with Bear Creek Water Association. We're just pending some as-built information from that particular provider. Moving forward, we have some exhibit slides that just show the right-of-way analysis, right-of-way determination, and we broke it out into segments. So the first project we're looking at from Highway 51 to Clarkdale Road. We've identified 17 plus or minus parcels, 1 subdivision that may be affected in this area. Other identifiable features such as Bear Creek Water Pump Station. If you move forward to the second slide from Clarkdale to Smith Carr, which is the end of our first project from 51 to Smith Carr Road, you're looking at a potential for 18 plus or minus parcels that would be affected with the 100-foot proposed right-of-way. Moving forward from Smith Carr to Johnson Lane, we have approximately 21 parcels that may be affected, which includes 3 subdivisions within this area. And then the last slide, from Johnson Lane to North Old Canton Road, we've identified an additional 16 plus or minus parcels that may be affected with 2 subdivisions. So as a total, we're looking at 68 plus or minus parcels that may be affected. And that's part of our parcel impact study that we conducted. So we're looking forward to continue with this effort for utility relocation, et cetera, and moving forward to parcel acquisition. So that being said, we'll need to get maps and deeds started and move forward with that process. We talked about utility survey already, topographic survey, the utility provider coordination, and the efforts that have gone into play with that. And that's going to be ongoing. We have that all the way through the plan in hand review, which is basically the final design preliminary as it transitions from preliminary engineering to final engineering design. So we want to have these utility providers part of this communication, open dialogue throughout our design process. Right. As far as the roadway design plans, similar to what Stantec was mentioning, we plan to have the conceptual plans ready for a sit down with Tim. According to our schedule, that is the end of Q2 of 2025, but we've accelerated our schedule and we feel that we're ready to have that meeting with Tim sooner rather than later. So I'll set up a meeting with Tim sometime in May, and we'll go through those plans, and that basically includes title sheet, index sheet, journal note sheets, mainline typical sections, miscellaneous sheets and details, plan and profile sheets, existing and proposed cross-section sheets, and we've also concluded our drainage analysis. So we've identified 8 potential logical outfall points for the proposed closed drainage system. We've developed drainage area maps. We've performed our drainage analysis / computer modeling. We've identified and located curb inlets, and all pipes have been sized to date. And moving forward to the next slide, just to recap, we have the utility coordination tentatively to be complete Q1 of 2026, so that's already been conducted. Utility relocation and adjustments, that's going to be an ongoing process. Conceptual roadway design, we plan to have that wrapped up end of Q2. But as I said, we're going to expedite that, and that should be within the next 2 to 3 weeks. We've also commenced with our environmental documentation review and geotechnical engineering.
Okay. I would like, is Keith, I see Stan back there. Keith, Stan, let's, along with Paul and Darren, kind of give us a quick update on the third lane that's we're working on now. Do you have any update on that? Because that should be finished well before this other starts, I suppose.
Yes, sir. We are in the right-of-way phase, and I believe offers have been made.
Right.
So that should be complete fairly soon. And that'll follow up with the utility relocation. This is just basically from the school up to, I guess a simple way to put it is the Dollar General store. You know, and so hopefully we'll be able to have our, authorization request to advertise, sometime later this year, and hopefully go to construction spring of next year. That's kind of the schedule.
And that's about a 12-month construction.
Maybe not that long, it may be less. It's about a $2.5 million project, so it could be, 9 months is kind of what we're thinking, so,
And that includes a signal light at Clarkdale
yes, sir,
and Yandell
Yes,
as
sir.
well.
that's right. And we'll make sure we're coordinating with Waggoner. For sure.
Yeah, just for the sake of.
Yeah, we're, and whatever, we have no issues at all working with each other, so we shouldn't have
Right.
any problem there.
You getting enough right away for that 5 lane on this right?
Well, we're only buying right away on one side of the road, but we feel like we got enough to accommodate, when that side of the road, the north side of the road. So,
Okay.
yes, sir.
And I think that, Darren and Wagner and them is concentrating on that part from Highway 51 back
Yes, sir.
east, first as you indicated.
Yes, sir.
But I did hear there were 68 partials. Is that for
Yes,
is that for both projects?
that's correct.
And how many partials was for the first project? Do you recall? I know that
Yeah.
68 included both, but,
So we talking about the first project from 51 to Clarkdale, which includes Neil Schaefer's segment?
Yes.
The 3-lane? So specifically, we're looking at 17, and that does not account for what their acquisition process is determined. So in here, we have a legend, we say proposed right-of-way by others, and that indicates the blue line that Neil Schaefer is projecting to acquire. You can see we are also acquiring some additional tape
Right.
on the south side as well, so that we're at that full typical width of 100 feet. I think currently with just that north side, in their project, a 3-lane project, it's approximately 90 feet. So we want to get it to that full width, 100 feet, to encompass the back of curb and off-site drainage as well.
okay. Questions? And what kind of time frame were you looking at from the first project again? From 51 to Clarkdale or your project 1? What kind of time frame are you looking at to finish your design or
Conceptual design plans will be ready in the next 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're pretty aggressive with that schedule, and I think you'll be pleased with the results.
okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, good update.